Our students have been using addition mats and base 10 blocks to add whole numbers fluently. Our first problem is going to be 49. So remember, you write the number first, then you're going to build it. Once you're done building it, you're going to record it on your piece of paper. So we're going to put 49 and then your addition sign. Make sure you have the same number. And then build it for me. Pinch those ones. Put them back in the tens frame. Okay, one more minute. And make sure after you've built it and written it on your mat, also make sure that you write it on your piece of paper, just like I did on the board. Okay, now the next number that we're going to build is 36. So remember, write it on your mat, build it, and also write it on your paper. So write 36. And remember, we're just building the number right now. We're going to add them together in a minute. Remember, pinch those ones. Marco, pinch them. Oh, that's okay. What do you notice, Amber?
That you have to make a trade in the one.
That you have to make a trade, and how do you notice that? How did you notice that?
Because 9 is high a big number, and whenever you add the more, it will be 10.
Good. So what I want you to do is I want you to take your hand, bring them down, bring them down, bring them down below the line, fill up that tens frame, and then move the extra ones that you have over to the side. No, wait. Okay, and Mark, you just told me something. What did you tell me?
That you can trade 10 ones for 110.
Good. I can trade 10 ones for 110. Can you everyone say that?
I can trade 10 ones for 110.
So pinch those ones back onto your lid and get a 10 just like Megan did. Megan already knows. There, don't forget to mark your trade. Thank you, Miranda. Don't forget to mark your trade as well. So don't forget to lay it flat and mark your trade. After I made my trade, how many ones did I have left over? Tiger.
5.
You had 5 ones. So make sure that you mark it on your mat and also on your piece of paper. So here's our 5 ones that are left, and here's our trade up here. So make sure you mark your trade up there on the paper as well. I want to see your trade, and I also want you to mark it right next to it. You can move your trade down and bring all of your tens below the line. Move your hand down and bring all of your tens below the line, including the trade. Don't forget about that trade. How many do you have there? Below the line. Now how many do you have? And once you've brought all of your tens below the line, how many do you have? Abby?
8.
8. I have 8 tens. Do we need to trade, Matthew?
No.
No. Good. Don't forget to record it on your paper also. Good. What is 49 plus 36? Raise your hand if you know. Megan?
85.
85. Good. So your problem on your paper should look like this. You have seen your trade up there, just like we have over here. Go ahead and pinch your ones back on to your lid. Put your tens back in your bucket, and you may go ahead and erase on your mat.
We're going to start doing some addition. You guys by now pretty good with the addition, right? On the mats you have your banker, you have your worker. This time we're going to start with the number 87. Workers, on your mat I want you to write the number 87. 8 tens, 7 ones. Now bankers, I want you to count those tens and ones out and give them to your workers. Cap the marker, put it down. How many tens are you going to be giving your workers? Edward, how many tens?
8.
8 tens. And how many ones, Michael? How many ones are you working on getting right now?
Again, 7.
7 ones. Very good. Now try to remember when you're getting your ones to pinch them. It makes it go a lot easier. Remember, your tens go not up and down, but across. Okay, 87. To the number 87, we are going to add 62. 62. So workers, on your mat, take your markers and write 6 tens, 2 ones. Bankers, start counting out the 6 tens and the 2 ones to give to your workers. Workers, make sure you're double checking the numbers that they give you. Or if you were looking for the number 62 and they're going to give you 6 tens and 2 ones, you should be counting. Double check. Did you get your 6 tens and your 2 ones? Edward asked me before we started making this number, is this going to be a number we do a trade with? What do you guys think if we start with our ones? Do you think we're going to be trading our ones?
No.
I see a lot of heads shaking no. Why do you think we're not?
We're not going to trade because 7 plus 2, 8, 9. It's only 9.
So when you swoop them down, do you think you're going to fill that whole tens frame up?
Nope.
Nope, let's see. Take your hands, swoop them straight down. Carefully swoop them down. Shouldn't have to do much work to fill in your tens frame. Just swoop them down. So what happened when you swooped all your ones down and you put them in the tens frame? Matthew, did you have enough to fill that tens frame up? How many did you get?
9. We only need 1 more.
We would need 1 more to make a trade. Do we have that 1 more one?
Mm-mm.
So, do we trade?
No.
No. So, do you have to do anything else, or are we finished with our ones? We're finished with our ones. 7 ones plus 2 ones equals, Sunsaray?
9 ones.
9 ones.
That's a great answer. 9 ones.
9 ones. So, workers, go ahead and write that 9 ones in. We're ready to go on to our tens. Take your 8 tens and your 6 tens, swoop them down. See what you get. Swoop them down below the line. Sorry, Dana. Might have to scoot your mats up to get them all to fit. What'd you guys get? When you took your 8 tens and your 6 tens and you swooped them down below the line, Daniel, what'd you get?
14 tens.
14 tens. Okay, well, can I just put my 14 tens right in here? Can I write my 14 tens there?
No.
What do you guys think? Corey?
You gotta trade it for 100.
You have to trade what for 100?
10.
How many do you think?
10.
10 tens. Very good. 10 tens. So now, what can you be saying in your head? I can trade.
I can trade
10 tens for 100. Workers, take 10 of those tens, give them to your bankers. And your bankers.
I need 10 tens.
There you go.
Yeah, right there.
When you took your 8 tens and your 6 tens and you swooped them down, what did you guys say you had, Matthew?
14 tens.
How many are left down there?
4
tens.
Four
You
tens.
record that in your tens column. And then what happened with your other 10? You said you traded it for Alexis for 100.
Put it where it says hundreds, put it on top of the box.
Put it on top of the box. She's saying she set her 100 up here that she traded for. She needs to write the 1. Make sure your 1 goes right above where any other numbers would be. So right at the top. We're ready to move on to our hundreds. What are we going to do with our hundreds columns now? Daniel?
Take it down. Swoop it down.
We're going to swoop them all down. Starting with the 1 that you traded for on the very, very top. Stack them up, bring them down. What do you have then? How many hundreds do you have, Tyler? 100. Write your 100 down on the bottom. When you add the number 87 plus 62, what number do you get? Andrew, what number do you get when you add the number 87 and 62 together?
149.
149. How many hundreds are in that number? Touch your hundreds. How many hundreds are in the number 149? 100. Touch your 4 tens, 40, and your 9 ones. 149. Workers, I want you to give the bankers back your tens and your ones. Once your mat is cleared off, then workers, you need to erase the numbers. We'll get ready to Can you do another problem? Have you guys traded spots yet, bankers and workers?
No.
Okay. I quietly, without talking, just stand up, trade spots, have a seat. Should take about 5 seconds. The next number we're going to start with, a little bit bigger than the ones we used before, is the number 245. Workers, take your markers, write the number on your mat, 245. Okay, bankers, once the number's written on your mat, you can start giving your workers the counters that they need. How do your hundreds go, Sebastian? Pinch those ones, give them to your worker. Wow, you guys are getting pretty good. It's pretty fast. 245. How many hundreds are in this number? Sarah, how many hundreds? 2. How many tens are in this number, Haley? 4. And how many ones, Michael? 5 ones. To the number 245, we're going to add 612. So write the number on your mat. 600, 110, 2 ones. 612. What's going on here? Where are we going to start? We want to add these numbers together. Can I start over here with my big stack of hundreds? Where do we start? Christian, where do we start when we add?
The ones.
With the ones. Very good. Take a look at the ones you have. You have 5 ones in the top number, 2 ones in the bottom number. What do you think? Are we going to trade?
No.
I see a lot of heads shaking. And why do you think we're not going to trade, Sebastian?
Because there's 2 ones and 5 ones. Gotta add up to 7 ones.
Is there going to be enough to fill up our tens frame on the bottom? Probably not. Swoop them down. Let's make sure. Add up your ones. Oop, the ones. Add up your ones. What are these? What did you get when you added your 5 ones and your 2 ones together? When you pushed them all the way down to the bottom below the line? What did you get, Alexis?
We got 7 ones.
We got 7 ones. Enough to trade?
No.
Nope. So you're just going to record your 7 ones, workers, on your mat. Let's move on to our tens column. You're going to take the 4 tens from your first number, the 1 10 from your second number, swoop them down. Add them up. What do you get? Below the line, all the way to the bottom. All the way down. What'd you get, Corey, when you took your 4 tens and your 1 10?
5 tens.
You got 5 tens. Can you do anything? Do you need to do anything with those 5 tens, Sarah?
No.
Nope, you're all set. 5 tens. Go ahead and record your 5 tens. What are we going to be doing with our hundreds column? Sebastian, what do you see? What do you have in your hundreds column? You have
600, 200s, and 600s. And it adds up to 800.
800. Stack your hundreds up, bring them down below the line. Count them and see what we have. Cassandra, what'd you guys get when you stacked them up and brought them down?
800.
800s. So you're telling me when you add 200s and 600s together, you get 800s. Go ahead and record that number in there. Very nice. So when you add 245 plus 612, what is the sum? What do you get? 857. Which has how many hundreds in it?
8.
How many tens?
5.
And how many ones?
7.
Very nice.
We watched you Tuesday all of a sudden work a problem and know what you were doing. Is that right? Yes. You said, I know how to trade. And you began to talk about trading. So make sure your mat is cleared off. Just in case you have a mat that is not clear, I'd like you to look at the mat, make sure that your mat has the thousands, the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. Do we have the right side of the mat? We're going to work the problems just like we did yesterday and the day before, and we're going to put a problem up on the board. When I put the problem on the board, you're going to write the problem, and then you're going to build the problem. Okay? When I put a problem on the board, you're going to write it down, and then you're going to
Build the problem.
1,900. 74. Would everybody pick your pen up? Watch me if you're not sure. 1,900. 7 tens, 4 ones. 1,974. 1,974. Get your pen out of the way so you're able to do it. Excellent. Excellent. Make sure that you have exactly the right number. 1,000 cubed, 900s, 7 tens, 4 ones. Pinch your 4 ones onto the mat. Show me that you're ready. Okay. Now here's our second number. And make sure that when you write your second number on your mat, make sure that the numbers that you write, the second number is exactly under each of the numbers that you have on the mat already. We're going to add to it 1,184. 1,184. Watch where I'm writing mine. I'm putting a 4 under the 4 in the ones column, 8 tens under the 7 tens, 100 under the 900, and 1,000 under the 1,000. Okay. There you go. There you go. 1,100. 8 tens, pinch 4 ones. You are there. That's excellent. Watch carefully and look at them. Do you all have your addition sign in? Put your addition sign in just to make sure, way over in the corner. Make sure that we're adding, which means put them together, join them. If I have 4 ones and I'm adding 4 more ones, do I need to trade?
No.
No, why not?
4 plus 4 equals 8, and it isn't a 10.
It's not more than 10. It's not 10 or more. It's not a 10. It's not 10 or more. So, get your hand ready. Show me that you know how to drag them down. Addition means put them together. Drag them down, drag them down, drag them down. Put them in a tens frame. 4 ones plus 4 ones. Now, where do you think you're going to put that? I like your tens frame. You're showing me 5 and 3 more is 8. Pick up your marker. You know that 4 ones plus 4 ones equals, tell me? 8 ones. I like the answer labeled. 8 ones. And you're going to record that 8 ones right under 4 plus 4 equals 8. There it is. So we know that 4 ones plus 4 ones equals 8 ones. And we did not trade. We did not have to trade because we didn't have 10 or more. Look at this. 7 tens plus 8 tens. Do you just looking at it think you're going to have to trade?
Yes.
Is it going to be more than 10 tens?
Yes.
Yes. So take your 7 tens, take your hand, pull them down, pull them down, pull them down. That's where you have to push that mat to get them all down. When you get them down, what are you going to do? You're going to find out how many tens you have?
Yeah.
How many tens do you have? Look at them. 8 tens plus 7 tens.
15.
What do you say?
15
15.
tens.
What did you tell me?
15 tens.
You both have 15 tens? Did you count yours?
Yeah.
What do you have?
15
15
tens.
tens. Oh, I like the way you're labeling them. Did you all get 15 tens?
Yeah.
Take 10 tens. Count them out. 10 tens. I can trade. 10 tens for 100. So take your 10 tens. I love it. I love it. Take your 10 tens.
There's no more.
Put them in here. And you're going to need, where's this going to go? There you go. And you have to show me that you made a trade. Show me that you have traded. First of all, how many tens do you have left down at the bottom? How many tens?
5
tens. Thank you very much. 5 tens. And you brought You traded and you have 100 sitting up here. Is that correct?
Yes.
Show it to me with your marker. Show me on your map that you've traded. Now it shows you that you have 100 and 900s and 100 more. Markers down. Are we ready to grab that 100, put it with the 900, pull it down with the 100 and stack them down here? Bring them down, bring them down, bring them down. Now you gotta stack them. There, stack them, count them. Do you need to trade?
Yes.
Oh, why do you need to trade?
Because it's 11, 10.
There's 11 hundreds. Why?
Because each hundreds, if you get 10 hundreds, it equals 1,000.
Take 10 hundreds, trade them in. Say to yourself, I say this all the time. I can trade 10 hundreds for 1,000. 10 hundreds, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gotta go to the bank with the right amount. Here and show me the trade. How many hundreds do you have left? 1. How many hundreds do you have left? Everybody. 1. Oh, 100. Oh, I was worried. And I trade 10 hundreds for 1,000. Now I have 1,000. Is a trade, get another 1,000 and another 1,000. How many thousands do I have altogether? How many?
3,000.
3,000. I love your labels. 3,000. Gather them up, pull them down. Now be careful about stacking them. How many did you bring down? Sweetheart, how many did you bring down?
3.
3 what?
Thousands.
3,000 what?
3,000.
3,000. You traded 1,000. You already had 1,000 and another 1,000. You have 3,000. Does everyone have at the bottom?
Yes.
3,000, 100, 5 tens, 8 ones. Does everyone have that?
Yes.
Did everyone record it?
Yes.
Let me see. Let me see. $3,100, 5 tens, 8 ones. Oh my heavens. That's the toughest problem. We've worked so far, Miss Butkin, and we finished it. 3,100, 5 tens, 8 ones. I'm so proud of you to put it in a tens frame because you immediately know it. Do you see it? Do you see how you recorded it? Does it look like mine? Yes. Please pinch the ones on the blue mat back to the tens frame. Take the tens and put them back in the tub. Take the hundreds and put them back. And take the thousands and just lay them back. Lay them flat. Get them flat and get them out of your way. And erase. So I'm going to erase also. That is the toughest problem we've worked so far.
When I see that your napkin is down, I will know that you're ready for our next problem. Okay, now I'm going to write the number on the board, and then you're going to write the number on the mat. Our first number is 6 hundreds, 5 tens, and 9 ones. So you need to write it on the mat. Watch where I'm writing it. 9 ones, 5 tens, and 6 hundreds. And when you've written it, you may begin to build your number.
I'm going to pinch the 9.
Don't forget to put your ones in a tens frame. Pinch those ones. Good, Miranda. We're ready for our next number. And this number has 7 hundreds, 8 tens, and 4 ones. And if you don't remember where to write your number, you can look up at the blue mat up here. We're going to write our 4 ones there, our 8 tens, and our 7 hundreds. Once you've written the number, you may begin to build it.
4 ones.
And don't forget to put your ones in a 10 spring. Good, Marco, you're remembering. Chris, make that a 10 spring for me, honey. I see Miranda already has the plus sign on the side. She knows that we're adding them together. So I need you to write it over there in the corner. Perfect. Take your hand, bring your ones down. Bring the 9 ones down to meet the 4. Bring them down. All right, and if we look at the number, 9 and 4, are we going to have to make a trade? Raise your hand if you know. Abby.
Yes.
And what are you going to make a trade for?
One of the 10s.
One of the 10s. Good, and how many ones do you have left over?
3.
3, perfect. Okay, so pinch your ones and say, I can trade.
I
can trade 10 ones
10 ones
for 1
1
10.
1 10.
And show me where you made your trade. Matt remembered to mark his trade already. I see that he made a trade. Make sure you mark your answer too. And then he told me you have 3 ones left over after we've made our trade. Now what I want you to do is I want you to move your trade down and then bring them all down. Take your hand, bring them down all the way. Do you think you're going to have to make a trade? Raise your hand if you know.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. And what are you going to be making a trade of?
Of 10s.
Of 10s. How many 10s?
10 10s.
And what are you going to trade them in for?
For 100.
Good. Everyone count out your 10 10s and say, I can trade.
I can trade
10 10s
10 10s
for 100.
for 100.
Good. And go ahead and make your trade. Mark it at the top. Make sure I can see it.
Don't forget to mark the answer.
Yep, don't forget to mark your answer. And after we've made our trade, how many 10s do we have left? Matthew.
Wait, is this
4 10s left. I see that you all have your trade at the top and you have it marked. So what I want you to do is stack the hundreds, and then I want you to bring them down and stack them up. I can see Amber's already counting. She knows that we have to make a trade.
Yeah.
Miranda knows we have to make a trade too. And Miranda, what are we going to trade?
For 1,000.
Trade what for 1,000?
1000.
Good, 10 hundreds. I'm glad you reminded yourself. 10 hundreds for 1,000. Good, Matt. I can see you already made your trade. Okay, so these I can count them. Good, Miranda. Don't forget to mark the answer. And what are we going to mark right here? What are we going to mark? How many do you have? How many hundreds do we have left?
1,000.
How many hundreds do we have left? How many hundreds should you have left, Sheldon? Did you forget to bring your trade? Okay, let's build the number again. Give me 600s there. Matt, can you tell me?
4.
Good, we forgot to bring our trade down. Good.
I did.
How many do you have left, Matt?
4.
400 left. Okay, now I want you to get your trade because we know we have 1,000. We traded 10 hundreds for 1,000, so I want you to bring it down. Bring it down below the line. Good. And I see Matt has already marked it. And what are you going to mark there?
1.
1. Good, because how many thousands do you have?
1.
1. Good, you have 1,000. Good, now to bring this one all the way down here. Good, and don't forget to mark your answer.
1,400, 4 tens, and 3 ones.
We have 1,400s, 4 10s, and 3 ones. Good job. What I'm going to have you do is push your ones back to your tens frame on your lid and move your thousands back to your ones. Stack up your hundreds. And erase. Thank you, Miranda.
Can you raise your hand as high as you can get it? Turn it around and go, what a great job.
What a great job.
Yeah, thank you. What a great job.